Nobody's happy. There's a lot of people really upset. A lot of players are really upset. Just briefly, the NBA has approved a structural change to the All-Star game. It's not going to be an All-Star game. They have had these ideas that they were so turned off by last year's All-Star game. The final score was 211 to 186. All that began was a three-point shooting contest. Lost all of its credibility. They became enthralled with the idea we got to structure it differently. And they looked at something that I thought was really novel. Team USA versus a world all-star team. I thought that would have really been cool. And instead they came up with this. It's going to be a tournament. They're going to have 3 NBA all-star teams and 1 all-rookie team. They're going to play it's a 4-team tournament, and you're going to play all the games in one day. It's a 40-point win. So whoever gets to 40 in the tournament game moves on to the next round. And they're putting $1.6 million in prize money. So here we are given $1.6 million. The players making $40 million a year are supposed to accept that that's good for the game. Players are just beside themselves. Within a span of about 5 hours, KD, Kevin Durant, AD, Anthony Davis, and LBJ, LeBron James, just roasted the NBA for doing this, saying this is so bogus. Nobody wants to see this. And what next? We have a WNBA team will be in the 4-team tournament too. I think it's a cheap gimmick. I don't understand it. So that's item 1. Nobody, at least then marquee players have been asked about it yesterday and last night, don't like it. Item 2, Commissioner Adam Silver. He's got a problem. Now, I don't have the explanation as to why this has happened. NBA TV ratings to start the season are down 19%. 19, that's a lot. Too many games. Too many different channels. Can't find it. Cable channel Z. Where the hell's my game? Yeah. The other thing might be it has something to do with streaming. If a lot of people are doing this, watching games at the airport or in the office, whatever, maybe that's got something to do with it. But down 19% is a real significant issue. The next thing has to do with this whole storyline with. I'm trying to decipher my notes. Okay, I can't recall. The next storyline has to involve the Denver Nuggets. Huge trade rumor. Michael Porter, high-scoring forward, may be going to Chicago in a deal for guard Zach LaVine, which is really weird. It's a chemistry deal. They're both big-time productive guys. Porter's averaging 18 points per game, 7 rebounds per game. Zach LaVine's averaging 21 per game. He's always hurt, and he's always on the trade block. Both guys make crazy money. Porter is owed 35, 38, and 40 mil over the next 3. Chicago's contract with Zach LaVine is 43 and 45 over the next 2, with an option for a third. So this might be chemistry change. Maybe you take my bad contract, I'll take your bad contract. Denver is not the same team right now because they let so many guards go, led by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So they think Zach LaVine might be a difference maker there. And the final one is San Antonio, and I'm kind of disappointed, but I guess I understand it. Nathan Mensah has asked for his release and has gotten his release from the NBA G League. He's signing to go play with Olympiacos in Greece. He's going to go abroad and play because evidently he saw no avenue to get out of the G League to go back to the NBA as a bench player, defensive specialist with the San Antonio Spurs. So they granted his release, and I think he's probably on his way to go play in Greece. So all things NBA. Go ahead. You like the All-Star game? Tell me about the collapsing TV ratings. You want to talk about the NBA trade or talk about Mensah?
Well, the All-Star game has always just been kind of a cluster. I mean, it's the NBA All-Star game is it's arguable if it's worse than the football Pro Bowl. I mean, because it's just a joke. I mean, scoring over 200 points in a game, it's pointless. Now, was last year the one where they played street ball and they had captains and they picked teams?
Yeah. That didn't work either.
No, it's just a gimmick. But are all these stars like KD and LeBron and AD, are they objecting because they think like it's gimmicky or because they think there's more of a risk of injury, or what's the angle?
No, it's a gimmick. Yeah, we're gonna play horse next instead. It makes no sense. You're gonna play 40 points, wins the first playoff game, and go to the semifinals or the finals. I would rather see U.S. versus the world and just put that 1.6 million prize money up there, U.S. versus the world, and take that 1.6 million and give it to charity here in the States to feed the poor. Now, that would be a real step forward, because I do think with a charity donation for the prize money, coupled with all the great Euros that are here against Team USA, now that'd be worth watching, and you're playing for something really significant and special, no?
Yeah, that's a decent idea. I like that, because what's working now ain't working. The slam dunk contest, the 3-point shot are far more interesting than the game. But what about, this just came to me, what about integrating the WNBA and the NBA players into like a co-ed all-star game? How do you think that would work?
That's far-fetched.
It is, but because you hear these stories about how some of the top players in the WNBA, they couldn't even make a high school varsity team.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you kind of wonder, like, could any of those players in the WNBA at least be complimentary with the NBA stars?
Yeah, but I would want to put anything on the floor that would embarrass the product or embarrass Caitlin Clark and things like that.
Yeah.
I do like the concept of my NBA Steph Curry 3-point shooters against Caitlin Clark and her 3-point shooters. That's kind of cool.
Well, they did that with, what's her name? Ionescu, I think,
yes,
from the New York team. So, it's weird how, like, as a kid, I love these all-star games, seeing all these different guys get together. And now it's just like, whatever. I don't really care, but there must be enough money in it for the NBA to keep running it every year.
You like my theory? Fans Forum chat box is open. USA versus World. Donate all the prize money. These players don't need more money. Donate it to charity to feed the poor here in America. How about that idea? Okay, those are topics on